Great Summer by Stanisław Barszczak. My young friends, I fly, I fly planes a lot. If I have to, you know. I did not intend to write to you only about secret escapes of the priest to Polish Catholic missions scattered all over the globe. And with us, there is too much of the world. Our laureate, Olga Tokarczuk, says brilliantly. I answer her right away. I don't mind, even though I'm not Larry or Lolek. Archbishop George Genswein recently remarked, Benedict XVI lived loving the Lord to the end. Quote end. The Vatican media published an interview with the secretary of the late Pope Emeritus, who died on December 31 last year, in which he shared a moving memory of the last few hours and many years spent at his side. Reach out to them sometimes, my beloved. For my part, I'm interrupting the interview to give you my remarks to you as my young friends. For a long time, I have believed that democracy in the Polish nation will not be with the authorities forever. Moreover, nobility progresses when you do everything and work for the Christian cycle in the homeland, I will say. We are a great nation, but no society, said Norwid, Polish poet. In July, young angry people who do not want peace party and are not going to meeting with former Prime Minister Donald Tusk, we invite you to the cinemas for the adventure film Indiana Jones and the Artifact of Destiny. Harrison Ford returns to his iconic role as the fearless archaeologist in the fifth installment of the famous adventure series. Joining him are Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Fleabag, Antonio Banderas, Pain and Glory, John Rhys Davies, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Shawnee Rainey Wilson, Black Panther, Thomas Kretschmann, Das Boot, Toby Jones, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, Boyd Holbrook, Logan, Oliver Richter's Black Widow, Ethan Isidore, Mortals, and Mads Mikkelsen, Fantastic Beasts, Dumbledore Secrets. The film is directed by James Mangold, Le Mans 66, Logan, produced by Kathleen Kennedy, Frank Marshall, and Simon Emanuel, and executive produced by Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. John Williams, who composed the music for all of India's adventures from Raiders of the Lost Ark in 1981, will once again write the music for the film. But now, dear brothers and dear young friend, all summer 23 and you are entitled to rest. At that time, I prepared a new book, imagine, that I would like to tell you a new story. The story of my new novel, Summer in Kherson. See novel by Irina Kilivnik. Would be about the breakthrough summer for a young woman and the city, set in a time of Russia's annexation of Crimea, which began in 2014. This is a rich portrait of a family and friendship, a novel about identity and personal transformation with fresh, contemporary feel. May I be able to recreate the realities of modern warfare between Russia and Ukraine. At the same time, I would also like to create a popular love triangle. First things first. Olga lives in Kherson on the 5th floor of an old block of flats with her mother, aunts, 3 cousins, and her grandfather. Olga is studying medicine, but only because she thinks That's what her family wants her to do. She spends most of her time with her two closest friends, Raji, also a reluctant medical student, and Masha, chasing after boys, and Sergei, her first love, a selfish young pianist who only thinks about his career. At home, despite a strong female family, Olga's grandfather, Mr. Adam, is a dominant and manipulative person. Meanwhile, on the day the family celebrates her birthday, they are surprised by the visit of a long-lost friend. David, living in New York, brings a breath of fresh air and entertainment, but also a well-kept secret. When the family's summer house burns down and Olga's adopted grandfather accused David of arson, everything comes to light. David's adopted son, Andrei, is actually Olga's uncle. He was born after her grandfather's affair. The discovery makes Olga see her grandfather in a different light, but also begins to question her future. She decides to drop out of college by intentionally handing over a blank exam paper. Raji returns to India to visit his family. Masha goes to work in Germany for the summer, and Olga realizes that her relationship with Sergei has no chance of surviving. Rejecting a future she never wanted, she starts over. Told as a series of single days in one summer, this novella has a gripping, immediate style. Olga has friends and family members are well drawn and develop with the novel, while distinctive voices and flashbacks add depth to the narrative. My writing tone will be light and fresh, with a stark contrast between the slow beginnings of the novella and the fast pace of events as the war heats up and Olga's life begins to change. I would like to write about it. Beautifully descriptive passages about the Ackerman steps would be woven into the plot, as well as a wealth of cultural details and references to political events. The appearance of this novella 1 year after Russia's invasion of Ukraine seems both timely and poignant. At the same time, Summer in Kherson deals with universal themes, which would make the novella very attractive. Sometimes you don't bow things until the thunder rumbled, then that the sky had long since darkened. In Olga's family, as I said, there are only women, apart from the grandfather who rules like an impetuous king. Because of him, Olga also has to study medicine, a task she gave her as the last born girl. She copes with the monotonous everyday life at the university only thanks to the aforementioned Indian friend Raji and best friend Masha, who introduce variety into Olga's life. Everything changes, as you already know, when David, Grandpa's old friend, shows up with a long-kept secret. Olga soon suspects that as soon as it comes out, it will turn her life upside down. Does Olga have a chance to break free from the rigid structure? It's summer 23. The city is hot and carefree. Kherson is a turning point. The end of the story could have taken a surprising and unexpected turn already in the same year during the autumn in Vienna city. That's it for now, because you are entitled to rest. Father Stanislav wishes you happy holidays.